Welcome to our final episode of the 2024 school year for the Sports Media Club. And right now we're going to talk some MLB. So I'm Ashton. I'm with Steve, Jake, and Ryan. So Jake, you had a few topics you want to talk about.
Yeah, so something that's been very surprising me, the Cleveland Guardians are now in first place in the American League Central, might even be in the league, 16-6. So they've looked very good so far, which has been a bit of a surprise. On the other end, the Houston Astros are at 7-17. They're towards the bottom of the league. I know it makes a lot of people smile because everyone is tired of them winning. Of course, they cheated in 2017, so every Yankee fan, of course, hates them because that's their daddy. But but also says they have struggled a lot this year, which has been a bit of a surprise. They didn't really lose too much in the offseason, and they almost were in the World Series last year. So, no, Ashton's pulling up the standings now. You know, Ashton, what are your thoughts on your Red Sox so far? I know they're down a couple of guys right now, but they're still hanging in.
I'm surprised we had 13 wins this season. I'm surprised we were above 500. Right now, half of our team's in the hospital on IL, but we're surprisingly hanging there. Tyler O'Neill.
I was just about to bring his name up, bro.
Huge.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
good.
great.
I think he was this good when we were
But he's good.
Man,
well, he's not going to stay that consistent the whole season. There's no way.
I think he could. He's the star of this Red Sox team. He's definitely a great pairing next to Devers. Devers hasn't been really himself. Casas has been up and down. Now he's injured. Our pitching has surprisingly been great. I don't know how.
Yeah, 4 stars out right now.
I know. But now we lost every starter we have. I think Houck's the only guy still managed with an arm right now.
Houck and Crawford.
Yeah.
No, Crawford is on L. I don't know.
Really?
I swear.
So there are entire rotations
Whitlock,
out.
Bello. I think we lost Crawford for a bit.
Whitlock.
No, Whitlock I just mentioned.
Okay.
So Houck, I think, is the only guy, and I think the other star is like Winkowski.
I do have a question for you, though.
Yes.
How does it feel that the only pitcher you got rid of, I believe, was Chris Sale, and he's healthy right now?
He's
hurt every single year for you guys.
I'm gonna be honest to any Braves fan that may or may not be
subject.
watching this. He'll be out in a week.
Chris Sale, of all people, is the healthiest.
The only thing we
seriously.
need right now is to solve that first base issue while Casas is gone. God didn't get a shortstop because Trevor Story is hurt and he was huge.
He's out for the year.
And
Classic.
yeah, we signed him and I don't think he.
They messed up his arm
Total
and
of
moved him to
43
second.
games.
I'm telling you right
43 games total. I think he's.
They messed up his arm and moved him to second base. Because remember, your arm slot's different at both. Second base, you're doing this. Shortstop, you're doing this. It messed up his arm. That's why he's having all these problems these last 2 years.
Well, this
Actually,
injury
this
is
one he
unfortunate.
dove on the ground to catch a ball and he just like his shoulders hit the ground.
It was to me. It's already not been 100%, and now you just.
He was playing great defensively when he was playing.
Oh, it hasn't affected defensively.
And
It's
then he
just
dove,
affected his ability to stay on the field.
and then when he dove, he just dislocated his shoulder, which is just inconvenient. But surprisingly, we're not the worst team in the AL East. Surprisingly, it's the Rays.
The Rays got you there.
Well, Rosarena's batting like 150.
He struggled.
Okay, like the Rays, I feel like every single one of their stars has just not performed this year.
Yeah, I didn't have too high hopes from going in. They don't have the same depth they have in past years. They don't have enough offensively, but yeah, 12 and 13. That division's loaded. Yeah, the Rays are only a game under 500 through 25 games, and they're in last place. But yeah, they have not hit it all, which I didn't expect them to hit much. I didn't think he'd be this bad, like you said, Ryan. Or Rosarena, he's probably their star, and he hasn't done much of anything.
Well, also, usually the Rays get carried by their bullpen, and their best closer, Fairbanks, has like a 9 ERA. He's blown like 3 saves already. And he's hurt. He's
But
on
hey,
15-day IL.
let's say not the White Sox with 3 wins.
That's
The White Sox are horrible. I knew they'd be very bad. I had them losing 100 games, but wow, 3-20.
I didn't even think that they were going to lose 100 games. I thought they were. I thought they were going to be. I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs, but I thought they were going to be mediocre.
I thought they'd be extremely bad. There's nothing to smile about here, White Sox.
They got nobody.
They got rid of Cease over the offseason.
Yeah, Tim Anderson.
They have 1 road win and two home wins.
I think they got shut out like 8 times already.
It was like
they
they're
have
the first MLB team in history to get.
Offensively, outside of Andrew Vaughn, who's a talented young guy they got. Other than that, they have Robert Jimenez. That's really.
Speaking of ex-White Sox, Jose Abreu. I don't know how he's doing now on the Astros.
Terrible.
He's
had
batting
a great year last
like
year.
.053 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he has like 3 hits in his last 30 at bats.
And he's making
2
errors
hits in his
like
last
The
30.
Red Sox
He's not a good
replacement
first
Tristan
baseman.
Casas is batting at 0.033. So I think
also
someone's beating him right now.
Yeah.
That's that.
Well, even like Jackson Holiday. I mean,
Oh my
I know
God.
he's young,
Yeah.
but like
He's-
the strikeouts are concerning too.
Yeah.
He's batting.
He,
like, has 2 hits.
In spring training, everyone expected him to make the roster. He didn't. Also, they just caught him up. It took him a little while to get his first home run, I think, which was concerning. But yeah, he has struck out a lot.
I think he's only had
He has 2 hits.
Has 2 hits. Yeah.
It's 2 singles.
He had
in
like
like-
ground balls.
Oh yeah, it was his first hit. Took a little while.
Yeah.
Took a couple of games, which is concerning, and obviously he
He's
hasn't.
been up
he
for like
struggled.
10 games ish. But
Yeah.
like I don't think they should send him down yet. I think they give him a little bit more time, but like if he continues to struggle, he's got to, go back down to AAA and
Well,
figure it out.
They said that once
He'll
they
be
bring
fine.
him up, they're not going to bring him down. They said
Yeah.
that during spring training. But I mean, at one point he had 30 at bats and like 17 strikeouts.
He's also 20. He's 20 years old. So
He looks like he's 14.
Yeah. He's
let's be
20
real.
years old, but
He looks very young.
And he's married.
Yeah.
There's no. Did you see that? He's already married.
Is he really?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
But yeah, speaking
He's
of guys that
so
sit
odd.
down, no one got to know Jordan Walker. He was hitting 155.
Yeah,
this
they
year,
sent him
and
down,
They
right?
sent him down.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys are struggling. A lot of guys are hurt.
Yeah.
But
That dude on the A's, they sent him down too.
who?
Ruiz.
Ruiz.
I know
They
that-
called him
they
back
are-
up.
Yeah, why would they send him down?
But I don't know why they
He's their
sent him
best
down in the
It's
first
Oakland.
place. That was.
Oakland's just trying to do anything they can to just not be a professional baseball team.
I would like to say that right
concerning.
now, Anthony Volpe is better than Lindor. What are your thoughts on that, you Met fans?
All right.
I mean,
Just
he's not, but he's
He
also-
is.
That's
He is.
such a-
This
he's also
season
a
he
great
is.
star.
That's what are we 30 games?
doesn't matter.
in,
It
bro?
does not matter.
Lindor's
He'll-
heating up. He just hit a home run today too.
Doesn't matter.
Also,
So-
Lindor always starts off bad.
The
Yeah.
Mets. First of all, your roster is trash.
No,
I
it's
think
not
it's
good.
trash, dude.
Oh no, it's not good. I had
Like-
them. I had them winning 73 games this year. That's why I said when I was predicting stuff. I had them at 73. I don't think they're good.
Like you're gonna go on some hot streaks, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's still the Mets.
Yeah.
You got a kind of tough division.
I hate when people say that.
The
At the end of
Braves-
the day,
Dude,
it's the
true.
Mets. I
It
hate
is.
when people say that.
Is
Like,
it
what does
not?
that even mean?
You had Scherzer and Verlander and couldn't do anything.
Because they were
You
wild.
And
had,
we-
you had them pitching like the best game
and
was
we-
the Braves. And you have Degrom.
and we
Up and down the
traded them away for
Yeah,
top one
Luis
three
Angel
for
Acuna.
2 top 100 prospects. We traded Verlander.
I'm gonna go back to the quote.
and
At
Scherzer
the end of the day,
away
it's the
from-
Mets. It's not gonna matter. It's just not gonna matter.
The Yankees aren't gonna matter either. They're gonna slow down. Bats losing the LCF like do every single year.
By the
I mean,
way,
when
the
we
top
extend
two people
Soto.
batting into double plays are both on the Yankees, and Verdugo and Judge, who just passed him last night.
Judge
Judge has been
Hit like
Judge
170.
Judge is a bit of a problem right
I mean-
now too, my friend.
Listen, we're 16-8. Once he starts hitting, we'll be even better.
He's only had 2 healthy great years. If you already think
Oh
about it.
no! Please stop. Healthy maybe, but good years. He's good every
No,
year.
he's had 2 healthy great years.
Oh, okay.
That's like
He'll-
and also the contract, obviously.
He'll come out with some like fake injury. He'll go in the IL probably like a week, and then he'll come back and be hitting again. That's what happens.
Didn't happen last year. He never came back last year.
All right, well that was some toe injury that I don't even want to get started on because that was ridiculous. That was Dodger Stadium putting him out.
Oh, that was rough.
Speaking of the Dodgers, how are they like 2 games above 500?
Yeah, they are.
What is that?
I don't know. I mean, Yamamoto.
I was gonna
has
say
advertised.
Yamamoto is.
Thank God.
Has
I want
not
him
been
so
good.
bad,
He's
so.
had such a bad. He's had home run trouble.
He got shelled by the
Yeah.
Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
He
He's
has a
getting
lot of home run
runs.
trouble.
Yeah.
He just like doesn't stop giving up the long ball for some reason.
He had the most strikeouts versus the Mets, but he gave up like 8 hits or 7
know.
hits.
Yeah.
He got shelled.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing where he struck out 8-9 guys, but he's giving up a lot. He's giving up
Yeah.
a lot of hits.
Reminds me a bit of Spencer Strider. Has a lot of strikeouts, but like just gives up
Dude.
bombs.
gives up bombs.
I mean, with how much they're paying him though, he's got to be better than that.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
been.
Yeah.
320 million. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, recently I just saw on my phone before about Blake Snell. Wasn't he
Sir.
supposed to pitch against you guys today?
He's supposed to, but they
Yeah.
I know they scratched him last start. Or they thought he just they'll skip him. He'll be fine, but I guess it hasn't gotten better, so now he's on the IL.
Well, that's what happens when you wait out that long. Because
Yeah.
more money. He could have had $300 million with like the Yankees and then turned it down.
No, he
got
took
like
what was
80.
it, like 180 from the Yankees or
Yeah,
something?
it's
I'm
something.
so
They took
glad.
what 62 from the
I'm so glad
Giants.
the Mets
His
didn't
best
pick him
friend
up.
up there.
That would have
Good-
been rough.
Very good friends with
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani, and Shohei Ohtani's like, if you go to the Dodgers, I'll go to the Dodgers. So he signed.
Yeah.
Oh, Ohtani went to the Dodgers. signed that big contract.
Probably
and
gonna
brought
lie,
young,
but-
Maybe we
young
need to
blood.
investigate Snell for sports betting too. Maybe we gotta investigate.
By
That.
the way, let me just say this. I know the Ippy stole money from him, but the dude lost $60 million he just didn't know. Come on.
Suspicious.
Really?
I don't know.
If I know $20 gone from my account, I'm calling the bank, and I do not have $700 million. I'm telling you that right now, and he does.
I was just looking at ERAs, and there's 2 starters right now that both have under a 1 ERA.
Who's that?
Cutter Crawford and then Jose Barrios.
Oh,
Jose
okay.
Barrios wow.
Has a
He's-
.85, and Cutter Crawford leads the league
He's-
with a .66.
Cutter Crawford. Wow, is he in there?
He's on our rotation. He's pitched 27 innings, has a .66 ERA with 30 strikeouts and 11 walks.
Wow, he does look a great start. Yeah, him and Houck have actually pitched very well. The problem is the rest of the rotation's hurt.
Yep, our rotation
Well,
is like really good.
It
Even
seems like
our worst pitcher was Brian Bello, and he only has a 3.85 G.
That was-
That was your worst pitcher?
That was our worst pitcher.
Really?
Well, now he's hurt, so.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
3.04
really?
now.
See, maybe you guys have a
He
good
just got
pitching
injured.
coach, but I don't know. It
Our
seems like
pitching-
all your
we,
pitchers get hurt 24/7.
Andrew Bailey.
They always get hurt.
Oh, they brought in Andrew Bailey. That's
Yeah.
right. Forgot about that.
Hey, we still count Kenley Jansen. He hasn't gotten hurt.
Ugh.
Yet, so.
Gross.
He's. Can we get
Him?
He's good like every other game.
Don't worry. We also brought in Liam Hendricks just so he can play halfway through the season.
You
You have Liam Hendricks? Too?
Yeah, I think
we have like every closer
what?
in the world.
I think he's out for the year. But they gave him 2 years.
Actually, no,
They
they
figured he'll pitch
They
next
said he
year.
could be back mid-season, but
Really?
I don't think we're gonna bring him back mid-season.
I hope
by
so.
the time it
He's a
comes.
great story.
Because
Yeah.
Liam
Definitely
Hendricks
for him.
could take the closing spot from Jansen. Jansen can just go into one of those.
I don't know.
big,
Dave-
hands.
Hendricks hasn't been that great though recently. The past
No, but I'm
year,
just
year
saying.
and a half.
Also,
The history with the
What?
Red Sox,
I
saw
with
that
Red Sox
too. That was
pitching
so
though.
weird.
Also, Jameson's never not been a closer, so I don't know how it does it. It was like when Craig Kimbrell, like that one half season when he was on the Cubs and he got traded, and the White Sox had him as a setup guy and he struggled. I feel like he might be similar to Jansen. He's never not been a closer.
Because the
Yeah.
issue is we'll take pitchers from other teams that were bad, and then they'll come play here, be good, leave, get paid, and then they suck again.
Suck
So
again.
I heard like every player I've heard of that got hurt, that was a pitcher, came to Boston, healed, played well, left. Like they always end up having a good season. I don't know what's up with our medical staff. They must have some kind of special magic. But like any pitcher that's
What kind of
injured, come
magic
to
are you
Boston.
talking about?
The only ones it doesn't work on is Chris Sale because we had him before our new medical training staff came. So.
His arm just fell off.
I don't think Sale's gonna last that long. So poor Braves fans when they lose.
I mean, all right, they have a lot of other.
There'll be an
things going
announcement.
for
There'll
them.
be
They'll
an announcement by the All-Star break saying that he's out for the
He's been
season.
shut down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure, but they have
They're gonna
plenty
save it
of
for the
other
playoffs.
assets, at least offensively, the Braves.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. Like the Padres right now, I feel like they should be better, but they're only like 2 games behind the Dodgers.
Well, that whole
What it's worth.
division should be better. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Like the Dodgers, as I said, aren't playing well. Padres aren't playing well.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. It's kind of weird. The Diamondbacks look good though. Every time they score, they're up 14
I
to 1.
have.
Like the
I think
fifth
they
inning.
they could go back to the World Series again. They had
Yeah.
a phenomenal
Well,
offseason.
They
But
do.
here's the thing with it's the Padres. Like I don't know, they always have a stacked team just to collapse at the end, or even collapse at the
They
end.
are weird. Whenever we think like, oh, they're a year away, they win 95 games.
They had
Or-
Juan Soto,
and then
Tatis,
and then they
Bogarts.
load up and we think they're gonna win the whole thing and they win 82 games.
Well,
They're
think about
so
it.
weird.
Last year they had Soto, Tatis, who came back from injury, and Xander Bogarts, plus everyone else. They had a nice big 3 right there, and they still couldn't do anything
Yeah.
last season.
Well, all the Padres care about is seeing how many shortstops they can have on a team.
That's what
So,
they had.
that's all-
Tatis,
yeah, they got
Kim,
Kim.
Bogart.
Yeah,
Oh
they-
my
they don't
god.
Tatis can go into the outfield because
And then Machado. So they paid 4 shortstops,
Dude.
but they didn't pay Soto.
Machado is a third baseman
Third
now.
baseman.
So
Well, they
Yeah.
Isn't Kim
they
the
had to,
second
they
base?
moved it. Well, they moved them because they had too many. You can't have 9 shortstops. I mean, only one can play. All right, so we gotta wrap up right now. So let's give how about bold predictions for the rest of the season. Ryan, we'll go
Okay,
this way.
I'm gonna say that the White Sox will not be the worst team in the league by the end of the
Okay,
year.
all right,
by
all
the end of the
right,
season.
all right. That's fair. That's fair.
I want to say this: the Red Sox will not make the playoffs, but will
True.
be very close to making the
Okay.
playoffs.
False.
All right, I'll say the Kansas City Royals win the American League Central.
wow.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
Ooh, that's bold.
I say the Los Angeles Dodgers do not win the NL West.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I like that.
okay.
I like that. All right. Oh, so
All right, so next segment's going to be NHL, where the Rangers will lose in the second round and the Islanders will win the Stanley Cup.
Yes!
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Media Club segment for the NHL. This is our last one of the year. So I'm Alexa, and I'm here with Steven, George, and Tyler. And we're going to be talking about the NHL playoffs that are currently going on. So who wants to go first on the team they have winning it all?
Yeah, Hurricanes are going to win it all. They down 3-0 on Monday, and they basically spotted the Islanders 3 goals just to see if they could
Islanders
just to see if they can make it a little less boring, and then they were firing away for the next 2 periods. They outshot the Islanders 39-12.
The Islanders had
2
one
goals
shot on goal in the last
1 shot in the
32 minutes.
Yeah,
Terrible.
I don't know how that's possible in the
That's yikes.
playoffs.
I don't even think that was ever possible.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
I think that team would get a few shots just by luck basically,
You'd think so. Apparently
or
not.
in 32 minutes 1 shot. That's 1800 seconds.
How'd you do that math so
I was
fast?
gonna say I don't do math. I don't do math that fast.
No.
That's
I don't do
insane.
math that fast. Yeah, 12 shots in however 60 minutes. That's, and then I'm speechless, to be honest. I can't even. I was sitting there on the couch, and I was just like, oh my gosh, we're going to overtime again. This is whatever. I look up from my phone for 2 seconds after I was texting my dad, and I just see pandemonium in Raleigh, and I'm just like, we're watching a replay, right? And no, it was another goal. And Varlamov just didn't know where the puck was. And now we're down 2-0, and we're going to win 4 straight games. Yes, we are.
No.
Go
Islanders.
No.
1 game if they're lucky, I think.
See, George and I are Devils fans, and I'm
Yep.
so happy that they missed the playoffs so we don't have that embarrassment. Because
Yeah.
that would definitely, we'd have it worse than you.
Sorokin's playing
We'd
tomorrow.
get 4-0 games on us.
Oh.
Sorokin's playing tomorrow. They got the rookie Ruslan Ishkov, whatever his name is.
From the Bridgeport Islanders.
Yeah, playing. He's replacing Matt Martin. I'm so glad he's being replaced. I cannot watch Matt Martin play anymore. And Hudson Fasching is replacing Simon Holmstrom. Holmstrom's been playing bad too. So let's win.
Yeah.
Let's win at UBS. Let's see how it goes.
Hopefully, Kyle Palmieri turns that energy into and then
See about
motivates his team a little bit.
Patrick Waugh is going to give him a bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Tyler, who do you have?
I'm trying really, really hard to not let my Ranger bias get in the way. Because it's first and foremost, if being a Rangers fan has taught me anything, it's that we can no longer judge a playoff series after 2 games. That goes without saying. Last year,
Yeah.
the year before that. But it's also they played a really complete game. I at least thought so. Game 1.
Mm-hmm.
It was I think they said the 4th time in his career that Ovi's been held to no shots in a playoff game.
It's crazy.
Through 2 games, he's got 1 shot. Last night, my hope is that last night they played sloppy. My hope is that last night was just an off game because it's just the one thing that.
And you still won the game.
Yes, we did.
So.
Nobody
Take
better
notes.
than Igor. But it's all the fans have been saying that one of our biggest things that we need to do for the series is to stay out of the penalty box because we know how it is. Washington knows.
Is that at Rempe? Because he loves
No,
to
it's
a
the whole team. It's everybody but Rempe because Rempe knows that's the only reason why he's there. Yet he still scored a goal. The one that blows my mind is it happened a couple of times last night. If you are on the power play, you cannot let that go to 4-on-4. And the one that blew my mind the most was the cross-checking penalty on Kreider. Because I'm yes, You couldn't have possibly made it more obvious, and you know that they're trying to play physical because that's the only thing they can do. That's why Tom Wilson's on the roster.
Right.
Right. Now, the part I absolutely loved about last night's game, I was waiting for Oshie to get rocked because he's been asking for it the entire series. I expected the delivery. I just didn't expect the delivery man.
Yeah,
Panarin. Oh my god,
that was
crazy.
You know,
that was a nuts. I actually thought he was going to get a major penalty for that.
I'm surprised that
After the review,
me
it wasn't
because
as
I
bad as
wasn't.
thought.
I was confused by the review because like I didn't expect him to get when they showed it on the review. I didn't expect him to get a major for it because of the way they explained it. I still don't know why we went on power play.
That's the one. That's the part that confused me.
I don't know.
I was so lost when that happened.
I mean, I was shocked that that a defenseman for the New York Rangers, not named Adam Fox, scored a goal. It's like the one thing Miller has done all season. I mean, if we go back to the regular season, I can't express how happy I was when Lavi finally split up Trouba and Miller. But I mean, even at the end of the game, I thought that we were totally going to give up a goal considering the two defensemen we had on the ice were Trouba and Lindgren. Because as great as Lindgren is, I love Trouba. He's the epitome of what an enforcer is. He likes to hit people, but he's not really that good at anything else. I mean, I think at the end of the day with the Rangers, it's just like, I will die on the hill that there is no goalie that I would rather have in hockey in general and in the playoffs than Igor Shesterkin. But if you're facing 25 shots in a game, you shouldn't be giving up 3 goals if you're at that level. Mm-hmm. You really shouldn't. I mean, and I look at them with the route that they've got. Like, I think as a Rangers fan, we really lucked out with the fact that Florida and Tampa got each other in the first round.
100%.
Because, to be brutally honest, those were the 2 teams that scared me the most. Because it's like, Florida, there's not really much that needs to be said about Florida. And honestly, Tampa only really scares me because I don't think that there's a playoff team in hockey that can score like Tampa can. But Florida's done a pretty good job these first 2 games of shutting them down. Boston doesn't concern me because, well, it's Boston in the playoffs. What else needs to be said? Toronto doesn't scare me. Toronto, at the end of the day, is all right. You stop Austin Matthews, you beat Toronto, and yeah, I understand that's hard to do when it's one guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As far as Carolina and the Islanders go, I wasn't expecting the Islanders to win the series. I was expecting them to win a game. I was expecting the series to be close. Apparently, I was wrong.
A game might be a stretch.
And,
what are you gonna do?
Game's definitely a stretch.
Hey, we ended with a losing record. What do you expect? We had more. Yeah. We had 16 overtime losses.
The overtime.
Yeah.
Merchants.
Overtime merchants.
Yeah, the Islanders in Boston are because like I kind of feel like they should change the point system. And my reason for that is the Islanders in Boston.
Probably.
Because I look at that like, all right, you have 2 teams here that have no, like, especially with the Islanders, no offense, have no business being in the position that they're in.
You're probably right.
So, like, you were literally rewarding teams for losing. Like, Boston led the Atlantic Division for the majority of the season, but they led it for a big chunk of the season down the stretch because they had 15 overtime losses. Mm-hmm. The Rangers, we have 4. There's a really big difference there.
Well, and look at how the Capitals got into the playoffs. Because they scored an empty net goal in a tie game because the Flyers needed to win in regulation.
To win regulation to get in.
So they didn't really like.
Yeah.
Fine with me. I hate the Flyers. So.
I think we all
I was hoping that Detroit would make it just like something different.
They were those last 2 games that Detroit played were so exciting too against the Habs.
Kept coming back, tying the game.
No, and then like they scored the goal with 4 seconds left, and they
Flyers,
were like, the Flyers gave up an empty net goal.
Buzzkill.
Yeah.
And
they ended up winning in the shootout.
I mean, for me with that, with that whole wild card situation in the East. If I look at it just from the perspective of a hockey fan, I would say that both Detroit and Pittsburgh were more deserving of that playoff spot than Washington is. But coming from the perspective of a Rangers fan, knowing that whoever got that spot, we would be playing them in the first round, I have no problem with it being Washington.
Yeah. I honestly think that the Penguins would have given the Rangers a bit of a run.
They totally would have.
Probably,
just because of the experience that they have on that roster.
I mean, Crosby, he's like 40, but he's still good.
I mean,
They have Carlson too.
they
Yeah.
almost beat the Rangers with a
Don't
a
remind
third
me.
string. Domingue, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Louis Domingue.
Louis Domingue.
Almost
He had
beat
the empty net. He had the empty net goal as a goalie for the Wolfpack.
Oh wow.
Yeah, very rare occurrence there. But I mean, I was having a conversation with my roommate about this. You know, looking at the East versus the West. I at least feel like at the top, the East is more talented if you look at the top 3 teams in the East compared to the West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can make the case for the West. Like, there's not a team in the West that I watch them in the playoffs that I can honestly say, yeah, they don't belong here.
Well, Vegas is an 8 seed, just to like.
Yeah,
That's
that's crazy.
so
wild.
ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
That
Like,
is so dumb.
The Stars got screwed, I think, by the
Yes,
seeding.
they did.
But
Because
the one
Vegas,
seed,
you
they
know,
play
they
the-
Yeah.
obviously they won
They
the
won the
Stanley
Cup
Cup
last
last
year.
year, and then got of
Used
course.
the,
Hello,
system.
Mark Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But you
Perfectly
know,
healthy.
I look at it
It's
in the East,
scripted.
and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, the top few teams in the East, they absolutely deserve to be there. But it's like, the Capitals don't even. They honestly look like they don't even know what they're doing out there.
Yeah.
No.
I thought
And
it was so hard to watch them try and like create something on the power play
oh my
yesterday.
god, it's like even
It was so
when your
bad.
team is playing against them, it's painful to watch.
Yeah. I could see
You
why
know.
they have a.
Yeah, you want a little bit of excitement.
Yeah.
Not just like,
Yeah,
all right,
like-
win.
Like,
It's like, well, it was like
and
watching the
that's
Islanders on the
my
power
big
play.
thing
if I'm
because
not
it's
gonna
like.
be honest.
Like that's why I wish we would have drawn somebody other than the Capitals, because it's like we're now in a situation where our guys could just cruise through the first round. Not like we could probably start our backups and still beat the Capitals in 5 games.
Probably, honestly.
Probably,
Even if
yeah.
you pulled from the Wolfpack.
Honestly,
say.
yeah.
Ovi hasn't looked himself either.
No, but
I think-
then again, he's
yeah.
38 years old.
I think there's a reason why the Capitals have a minus 37
Yeah,
goal
that's the
differential.
other thing. They have the worst goal differential of any playoff team in over 30 years.
Yeah.
But it's like the Capitals, they look like they don't belong there. They look like they don't know what they're doing out there. After game 2, I don't know if the Islanders do. I mean, it's like
No.
it's still coming down to like, I don't know how, like I get Sorokin wasn't in goal, but it's like I don't know how you give
Well,
up 2 goals in 10 seconds.
I mean, starting Varlamov in net for the Islanders was definitely the better decision, just because he went 8-2 down the stretch.
there you
That's
go.
how he got into the playoffs. So you got to start the hot hand. Like Sorokin hasn't played in over 2 weeks. How he's gonna do tomorrow?
You don't know.
Hopefully, well. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's just a matter like we just got to play a 5-on-5 game because like the moment the Hurricanes go on the power play,
You're done.
done.
It's funny though because like the biggest critique that I've had of the Rangers is like you look at everything they did over the course of the regular season. President's Trophy winners. Personally, I don't think that the President's Trophy curse is a thing.
I think it is if you touch it. Did any of them touch it?
I don't remember.
Is there a trophy for the president?
Yeah.
Really?
Doesn't really matter anyway. Either.
No, but
you
it's,
didn't really win anything. You just had the best record.
No one cares.
It's you win the President's Trophy. You break the franchise record for most points in a season. You break the franchise record for the most wins in a season. You tie the record for the most home wins in a season. Yet you were in the bottom half of the league in scoring on the 5 versus 5. And the other thing that's kind of is crazy to me on that is they were I think 17th in the NHL in 5v5 scoring. Yet the line of Panarin, I think it's Panarin, Lafreniere, and Trocheck, I think. Like no line in the entire league scored more in 5-on-5 situations than those 3 did. So that's just telling you, like, okay, you need somebody else to score. Mm-hmm. And I think that's been their biggest problem. Like, we understand, like, as players, as fans, like, Igor Shesterkin is at another level, and he almost always dials that up in the playoffs. I mean, he's the reason that we even went to 7 with the Devils last year. But you can't rely on goaltender play to win games at this point in the year. You just can't.
No.
No. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
No.
Yeah, but I'm still hoping the Nucks make it through, but I really think the Stars are winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't see it being anybody other than the Stars or the Canucks.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to go them too. They're going to go to Game 7.
Edmonton looks good too, though, so we'll see.
I think
David.
I think
How do
the
you get
Canes
5 assists in
win it
one
all.
game? That's wild to me.
That's
He's incredible.
insane.
I don't know, but we'll see as it goes. So thank you for watching the NHL segment, and now we're going to head over to the NBA segment.
Welcome to the NBA segment. You get to see me and Jake again. We got Gio and we got our special friend Justin.
Special?
Dude, he's the king of the control room.
He is. He is.
Okay. You are a special guest. You're normally in the background, and now you're in front.
Yeah, that's true.
I also kind of dragged him out here, so that's kind of like.
You did. You did.
Specifically, just dragged you out.
Specifically, just.
So right now we have the NBA playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
and some games on tonight. I know Justin's favorite team's on tonight. He's so excited for this game.
For Celtics Heat.
Also, can we say Celtics Heat? This is like the 18,000th time these teams.
They always play. They always find a way.
Celtics Lakers. They just always.
No, I think the greatest rivalry is definitely Miami Heat, Boston Celtics. It's better than the Lakers because we play each other constantly in the playoffs. But the Lakers haven't faced us since like 2010.
Yeah, last time they did it, Pau Gasol won.
Yeah.
A couple years before that, KG won, so it's even.
It's even. I guess it was even.
It's even.
It might have been.
The Battle of Big Men.
Yes. So Justin,
no.
Here we go. Do you have any?
I wish I was definitely.
Do you have any expectations for the Heat?
Yes.
Which are?
That they lose. 4.
You think they lose both Miami?
Damn right.
No faith.
That team.
They can get a game.
That team without Butler though, they have no identity.
Nah, I think they can steal one.
Tommy's trying his best. Harrow can't hit a shot, and if he does, it's too
hero, like a sandwich.
Like Superman, he's a superhero. Hero.
I think they still won.
He's not a hero. He's not a hero. That's for sure.
That's why we call him Harrow because he's not a hero.
I need a hero.
He's just a rich man's Dante DiVincenzo. That's all he is.
And then Bam Adebayo he showed up way too late in that game.
He's a great defender, but
it was no. Have this conversation right now.
He's not great defender. He's a great defender.
He's going up against Kristaps, who can shoot the three. He's 7'4" with probably a wingspan that if he throws his hands up, he's probably like almost 8 feet tall, and trying to take shots. I watched Jovic try to block him, and he had a running start, and he still couldn't do it.
He's also not like.
He also just slapped his hand. That's about it. But like that matchup's not great, especially without.
Yeah. Without Jimmy, exactly.
Jimmy Butler probably gets them a game. I don't think without.
Butler, I still think they take one of Miami.
I think Jimmy gets.
I don't think the fan base. Their fan base that barely shows up doesn't. Because their fan base pretty much doesn't show up. Like that game 6 was pretty much a Celtics home game. They said there was more Celtics fans in the stadium than Heat fans in their home stadium in Miami. But like. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Like Hero, Jaquez, Bam is not enough to beat the Boston's Big
for sure.
Five.
I still think Boston wins
the series. That was never gonna
happen. And then we have the other matchups. We got Pelicans Thunder. That's a little bit.
Okay, yeah, thank God.
Thunder shooting the turns. Zion's out for the series. It looks like.
That's unfortunate.
When's he not out?
That's true. He's always
injured.
Bust.
I'm sorry, it's true. The guy's a bust. He's a bust. He's a bust.
When he plays, he's a hooper.
Yeah, but he doesn't play.
But when does he play?
That's the problem.
That's not his fault.
It's the same issue with Lonzo Ball. Like, yeah, when Lonzo Ball plays...
Well, that's different. He hasn't played basketball in 2.5 years.
Even when he did, he wasn't that good.
And also remember, one of Zion's reasons for being out for almost an entire year was a character issue.
Yeah.
It was a character issue. That makes you a bust to me.
He was still making Mountain Dew commercials, though.
It's a mixture of lack of skill and lack of character.
He played 184 games in his career, and he came out in 2019.
It's a shame because he finally got himself in shape. He's finally playing well, and then he gets hurt at the worst possible time.
That was unfortunate.
I think if he stayed in that game, I think they would have beaten the Lakers.
I mean, the way Brandon Ingram was playing, CJ was playing, and Zion, I think they would be the Lakers.
I still don't think he was worth a number 1 overall pick.
Looking back, no.
You redrafted Ja. Ja should be a
He's only played 44% of his games in his career. He's been in the league for 5 years.
I mean, I would take Ja if he could figure out his off-the-court issues.
Well, yeah.
He's also a character problem.
No better. The guy literally refused.
He's got some issues himself.
Yeah. He refused to drop from 350 to 280, and he's making $50 million a year and has a Nike deal out of.
Yeah, that's just being like.
He's just being petty.
I'll tell you what he's being. He's being a dick.
Well, like, I remember when he came out of the draft. And everyone's like, I heard Knicks fans were like, I really want him, and the Pelicans get the number 1 overall pick because everyone wants to call the draft rigged. But like, out of that draft, not many players really panned.
I mean, the first 3 picks are all. I mean, Zion's a bust, Ja's
good. He
got
just has
Josh is
his own
great.
issues.
RJ Barrett's is not great.
He's consistent.
Also,
He's just
RJ Barrett.
he's
luckily-
inconsistent while being consistent. Like he plays a lot of games, but he's just so inconsistent.
Once every 8 games.
Well, like at least RJ Barrett started playing better once he got moved to Toronto.
He's playing a little better, yeah.
I mean, RJ had a right to be out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, his brother did die.
Yeah.
You can't.
Right.
You can't-
Garland's very good, but the rest of my draft is kind of eh.
Cam Reddish has flashes. I was
Very
really high
few.
on him when he
Maybe
came out.
one.
When
Maybe
he,
What do you mean,
flash.
flash of mediocrity?
He's awful.
no, he had a few. I mean, when he was on the Knicks, he had a couple 20-point outings.
like
Where I was like,
4
all right,
games.
like
Since-
that's his
four
place
Since
in New
getting
York.
traded to the Raptors, RJ Barrett has scored 21.8 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, and 4.1 assists.
He's played better.
That's good. Those are good numbers.
Good. 20,
That's
22
what.
points a game.
That's the guy you guys were looking for. Not the
They
guy
were
who
looking
averaged
for more
14.
than that, honestly.
No, but
But the hype he got, they wanted Knicks wanted more.
But think of
than
it,
that.
if you paired that with Brunson, who averages like 28,
Yeah.
you got your number 2 option right there. It's not.
He was
Randall.
That's
supposed
like
to be a
2A,
star.
2B. Him and Randall.
Yeah.
That's like 2A,
I don't
2B.
think I wouldn't say Randall's really a 2. He's only a 2 because
You don't think so?
no, OG is better than Randall.
Yeah.
Defensively, scoring the ball, I want Randall.
Yeah.
Randall's better.
I wouldn't want
scorer.
Randall in the playoffs.
Oh, in the playoffs, yeah, I want Anunoby. Yeah.
Like I'm
Randall's
taking
also
OG over Randall. If it
yeah.
came down to paying
In the
either
regular
one,
season, I want Randall. Postseason, I want Anunoby. Anunoby has experience.
I wouldn't do. I would just let. If I was the Knicks this offseason, I'm letting Randall walk. I would cut him.
Really?
I don't think it's a free agent.
Or trade him or cut him. He's not. Here's the thing. He didn't play half the season, and they were fine without him.
I mean, they
Isaiah
They're arguably in a
Hartenstein.
better place without him.
Isaiah Hartenstein
At
played
times
better.
they struggled. They
Mitchell
were able
Robinson's
to-
That's
defense
true.
is
They were able to
better.
get the 2 seed.
OG's
without him.
better.
Well, Josh Hart also got his time to shine.
Harten's
with Randall being
better.
out.
Like Randall's not
Miles
really a
McBride's the
star.
better player.
He's just
Yeah, I'm so
had-
glad he's been
had
getting
a good
minutes.
year. Come on.
actually. And speaking of awards, Nas Reed just won 6th Man of the Year.
Well
Shout out.
deserved.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's my
one.
goat right there.
I do
Nas
like Nas
Reed.
Reed. I do like Mr. Nas Reed.
OG's a free agent this year, right?
Yeah.
What happens there?
I
They'll-
think he's
they'll
gonna
sign
get
him
paid
back.
this summer.
They'll
The only
sign him.
issue
I
is
don't think he
paid.
deserves the money he's asking for.
No.
I
He-
think
Nobody
it's
does.
fine.
He's not a $40 million player.
None of these guys do, honestly.
Nobody
Jalen
deserves the
Brown
money
didn't
that they
deserve his
asked for.
money.
Well, yeah, Jalen Brown didn't deserve his money, but at least but I don't think OG deserved it either. Not even close. I don't.
I'm a
I don't
Celtics
know.
fan. I would
So-
give
so
him
what you're telling
200
me is
million
that-
over
So what you're telling
300.
me is that he and Brunson are going to make the same amount of money when one is infinitely better than him?
Yeah, like
I
it's
also-
not fair, but that's what's gonna
But
happen.
also, any team would pay Brown over Anunoby.
Oh yeah.
Brown's the number 1 option on many other teams. We just gave him 300 to make sure he stayed. Then Tatum's gonna break it this summer, and then Luka's gonna break it next summer. And then, like, 3 years,
Every guy.
and then 3 years from now, Brown's gonna somehow be underpaid.
He'll like become the 5th highest paid player in the league.
And then next thing you know, he'll be like the 30th, and then we'll have the conversation.
Continue
like,
going up.
Oh yeah.
At some point, like Jokic might get like a $750 million deal. Then Tatum will come up behind with him 700, and then Luka's gonna come up with like 900.
Jesus Christ.
This is like gonna be getting paid like
$1
$10 billion.
billion.
But it's just the way the league's going.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't pay OG more than maybe 20.
That's fair.
I don't think he's worth the price because he never panned out to the superstar that everyone thought he was
The
gonna be.
the only time the Raptors won a ring is when he was out for the season.
Yeah.
And
Hope we know that.
and Siakam was huge at that point. I thought if
Marc
you guys,
Gasol, Ibaka all played out of their minds. That
Oh my
postseason
God.
family.
Kawhi was healthy.
Yeah.
why is goated when healthy?
That playoff run was crazy.
But like to be honest,
I didn't
if,
like it.
If I were you
personally.
guys,
I didn't like it.
I would have
personally.
just talked.
Aren't you a Warriors fan?
Yeah, I wasn't happy with it.
I wonder why.
I think
Injuries,
if you guys, the move you guys should have made was Siakam. Siakam paired.
I thought he was gonna go with Golden State. I was so
I
set
like
on it.
Siakam.
I was so upset when he went to
I
Indiana.
love me some spicy pea.
Siakam in New York would just been a perfect match for some weird reason.
You see the
It
night
just
he had
screams
last night?
Knicks.
He had 37 and 11.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine
That's
he's
just
doing
hooping.
went
that
off.
Then hooping.
because no one on the Sixers right now could guard Siakam.
No
Do you
one's
trust
gonna guard
Nicholas
anybody.
Batum?
No, not really. I
Like-
don't trust him as far as I can throw him.
But like, I don't know. OG's fine. I didn't think that move was as big as everyone wanted to make it
Yeah.
seem. Like everyone made it seem like you guys just got like Kevin Durant rather than.
Well, that's just classic New York fans.
But, like-
it's called New York media and New York
Yeah.
fans.
But I think the better move was you could have probably got Randall, kept RJ, traded Randall for Siakam, and they got RJ.
I didn't mind the move. He's such a perfect fit. I would have loved Siakam. He's so good.
I think Siakam would have been a little bit of a better fit, just because the way he can score offensively. And play
I think they're both equally good fits.
OG makes your defense a lot better.
Yes.
I don't think he brings as much offensively as Siakam
Look,
would.
he's there for his defensive prowess.
Yeah, but this is also a forward run league. Like I've talked about this before. I'm like, if you look at every champion since probably 08 Celtics was Garnett, 2009 was Paul Gasol, 2010 was Gasol, Dirk, LeBron and Bosh, Kawhi, Dirk. I already said Dirk. Tim Duncan with Kawhi.
Oh, not Giannis.
Then you go LeBron.
Well, any Warriors team was guard heavy.
2015 was Andre Iguodala. He was a key player in that franchise.
LeBron averaged 35 on him in the finals. He wasn't a key component to us winning that year.
Andre
Finals MVP.
Finals MVP. That's
so
the most
fraudulent.
important thing in the finals.
That's so fraudulent. Such a fraudulent finals MVP.
You guys don't have Andre Iguodala. You don't
with
win.
the death beam, with the death beam pointing at the earth, I want
Iguodala.
But the thing is, it's like I don't think you guys win a championship in 2015 without Andre Iguodala. And that's the reason why he won finals.
He was a glue guy.
He was literally the guy who put that team together.
He was part of Death Lamp for a reason.
Then 2016, LeBron. 2017, 2018, KD. 2019, Kawhi. 2020, LeBron. 2021.
No, it was Anthony Davis. But still.
Anthony Davis, but still. Both forwards.
Anthony Davis.
2021, Giannis. 2022 was the fluke anomaly with Steph Curry. 2023 was Jokic, which is another anomaly. And then if hypothetically the Celtics win, it's Tatum, which is going back to the forward story again. It's basically a forward run league
or
since
Porzingis,
2005.
considering he's a forward as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But he's been playing center all year.
I mean, he could be both.
Yeah.
He came into the league as a forward.
Team is a 4. He's played more fighters with the teams he's been on. He's tall enough and plays enough defense.
But he's phenomenal defensively.
Yeah, he
when
plays.
When you're 7'3", it's kind of hard to be bad at
the
defense.
Problem is he's
in terms
not
of
as he should be.
Luckily, this year he's been fairly.
My concern is for you is that if Porzingis goes down, you're gonna have a problem.
Oh, you have Horford as a backup 5, and then Luke Cornett.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Keita. Kumias Keita we got him from the Kings.
Oh,
he's like a 7'2" kid. He's very athletic.
Yeah, but still, I don't think that's gonna be.
He's a better offensive
He hasn't
version
played a lot
of
of minutes. That's not the guy you want in the playoffs.
Hey, has he logged in any minutes this postseason?
Not yet, but we also played one game, so.
Yeah.
We only played one game.
You played one game, you blew up the Heat by 20. You're telling me he hasn't seen any playoff minutes?
He hasn't.
It's the Heat.
The Celtics played their sign right at the end of the game.
I always worried that he can just flip a switch when they get to the playoffs.
I'm about to flip a switch.
All right, let's move on.
Clippers.
I was going to go there. That's a really interesting series. Obviously, they'll split one game apiece.
Clippers is still winning that series. I don't care what anyone says.
It's a good series so far.
I picked Dallas. I just don't trust the Clippers.
I don't trust Dallas. They have Kyrie Irving. He sucks when he's the star of a team. I don't care what they say about Luka.
Well, Luka's still the star of the team.
I think Luka's a little bit overrated.
He is.
He's not a piece that he's gonna be a key piece to a team that wins a championship. But I do not see Luka winning a championship without a player that's better than him. If Giannis went to Dallas this past offseason and they were playing well,
he plays too slow to me.
Luka plays the game.
Had this conversation.
But Luka's not a person you want leading a team with a championship. Again, I keep saying it, the forward run league. He's not a 4. He's not a forward. He's not a 3.
He could be a 6'7". He could be a forward.
I mean,
but he doesn't play like a forward.
He's very slow.
He plays like a guard.
I have never seen a man be outrun by Joel Embiid before.
Size-wise, he should probably be a 3, but his play style-wise, he's a 1 or a 2.
Yes.
It's very weird.
He's a ball-dominant guy. He can't be off the ball.
Yeah.
And the issue is, I don't see him and Kyrie really working. I know
it's not a good fit.
It's never been a good fit. I had Kyrie on my team. I was a fan of Kyrie when he was here. But guess what? He was a cancer to the team. He wasn't good. He didn't help anyone.
It's the first time in years he actually hasn't screwed up, but they're still postseason. You never know.
They'll lose to the Clippers, and the Clippers will lose in the second round. That's how it's going to go.
I mean, I think it's a series because Kawhi hasn't been playing. Had Kawhi been playing,
he played last night.
He played
last night and they lost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also did get rushed. Was supposed to come back. Supposed to come back for Game 3.
But
he's supposed to stay healthy.
Well, yes.
Not the hardest part, but
they probably should have held the game 3, considering they won Game 1.
Yeah.
You get a split at home and then go back to Dallas.
NFL.
All right, but so we got to wrap up here, Ashton. Maybe Bold predictions, maybe?
Bold predictions? It's already you,
You
Justin.
guys go first.
All right, Gio, we're fast to your side.
I think New York, Boston, Eastern Conference Finals. I think it's gonna be closer than people think. So I say Boston 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, I will say that the Cleveland Cavaliers push Boston to 7 games in the second round.
My bold prediction:
Ooh.
Celtics, Thunder, NBA Finals goes to 7 games. Celtics win.
Okay.
I'll go even further. I got Thunder Cavaliers NBA Finals. Thunder in 5.
Ooh, I like it, Justin.
Thunder in
Wow.
5.
That is
A
bold.
That's bold.
Bold
And
take.
Shea is winning MVP.
Yes,
That's
he
not
is.
bold, but
I
that's
like
a
that.
fact.
I like that.
So we're gonna go to the NFL now. So
Bye!
welcome to the NFL segment. And Jake, we've been on this whole show.
Yeah,
the whole time.
we've been at this desk a while, but
And I don't know how we allowed this kid on. but
Wow,
yeah.
wow, Heston, wow.
They let Liam wander onto the set.
Wow,
I
Jake,
know.
okay.
So
That's how it is.
there's something big tomorrow night.
Oh,
He's in
yeah.
class, but
I-
that doesn't matter.
The thing is, I
Um,
wish I can be there, but I do have class. But
See-
I will show up.
See, he planned to have a Un Santos until 10. So, but there's something that's so much bigger than him being in Un
Yeah,
Santos.
yeah. It's,
Wow,
I think
okay.
It's my last class as an undergrad Sacred Heart.
Not just that, because
Oh.
I'm in that class too, and that's also
Same.
my last class as well. But there's something big in the NFL, and I think it's like the NFL draft or
That's
something.
Yeah,
right.
the draft
NFL
is
draft
tomorrow.
is tomorrow.
I still
From the
can't.
time we're filming this.
Dude, I'm actually not gonna lie. I want to get tomorrow over with because as a Patriots fan, I just need to know that we're selecting Drake May, which I do believe is the pick. I think the first 3 picks have been solidified, and we all know it. And I think we just did a
Definitely
lot
the
of
first
what Jared likes to call a smokescreen.
Shout out to
100%.
Jared McCabe.
100.
I think Jared just literally just peeked in. No,
I think so.
Hey, Jared!
No,
it's not Jared.
I
Damn.
lied. I thought I saw Jared
Damn.
for a second, but
No, I was
he
just
wasn't.
Jared.
Damn.
I wish
Um,
Joey can come on the show
So
tonight.
the first 3 picks have been pretty much solidified before the Bears, the Commanders, and the Patriots, and it's gonna be Kale, Jaden, and Drake in that order. Of
course.
But then at 4, I have a bold prediction.
What is that?
What are we gonna have?
Vikings trade up
I've heard that
for
a
the
lot.
4th spot to draft J.J. McCarthy.
Wow.
Not Bo Nix.
Trading up
not
7
Michael
spots to
Penix.
trade up to get J.J. McCarthy. Good
What, they
Lord.
want JJ?
They
God
want
help us.
J.J.
God help us.
I do like J.J. I'm actually a fan. As much as Jake is not a huge
Okay,
fan.
I don't hate him. I
Jake,
don't,
why do you hate JJ?
I don't
Yeah,
hate
why do you
J-
hate him?
I don't
Yeah,
hate, all right,
that's my
all right,
question.
All right. I don't hate JJ. I think he could be like an Andy Dalton kind of guy, but don't trade 3 first-round picks from up 7 spots. I got him at 4.
So why is he actually better than Zach Wilson? Or
Yeah,
he hasn't been
Because I'm better than Zach Wilson.
Wait. So, Jake, are you happy on this one topic? You will not have Zach Wilson no more?
I am very happy about
That
that.
he's going to be
I am very
Broncos.
Did you hear the rumors that they may trade for Zach Wilson
They,
again at the deadline?
it's definitely not a rumor. No, but he is a Denver Bronco. That quarterback room in Denver is horrid. It's the worst I've ever seen. Zach Wilson, Jared Stidham, and Ben DiNucci. You have Stidham, who's a serviceable backup. You have Zach Wilson, who I don't think belongs in the league. And Ben DiNucci, who's a recent man in the XFL. Horrid.
So I made a mock draft right before we came here.
Okay.
And my first 4, 5 picks, 6 picks seemed pretty good. I make my first trade at 8 with the Vikings going up to 8 to get J.J. McCarthy. Roman
Okay.
Dunes goes to the Bears. Fuega goes to the Jets, which gets your offensive tackle. Then
Maybe I
Dallas
can get.
Turner to 11 to go get on that trade with the Vikings. Then I get Brock Bowers at 12 to the Broncos.
Wow.
That's a good pick.
Okay.
Then at 13, and I know Justin back there heard this, and he was talking about it to me today. The Raiders like Spencer Rattler.
Spencer
They
Rattler
want
at
him?
13?
At 14, a right pick after. I got him Michael Penix going.
You know what? That'd be the most Tom Telesco thing to do.
It would.
And after that, I got Latu at for the Colts. Jared Verse, which I think screams
Yes.
Seahawks. Teron Arnold to the Jaguars. Troy Fatano to the Bengals. Makes sense. Byron Murphy to the Rams.
Yes.
Quinion Mitchell to the Steelers in your corner. J.C. Latham to the Dolphins. Nate Wiggins to the Eagles. Darius Slay's replacement. Kool-Aid McKinstry to the Falcons. Get a guy next to A.J. Terrell.
Okay.
Chop Robinson to the Cowboys screens pick. Guy who could
That
be a second
screams
pick.
Jerry
Yeah.
Jones.
I got the Packers drafting a tackle, Amarius Mims, to be Bakhtiari's replacement.
Okay, we need a tackle.
Buccaneers getting Cooper DeJean, getting the guy to replace Carlton Davis, who they just traded.
Mhm.
I got Donnie Mitchell going to the Cardinals to pair up with Marvin Harrison. that to give them another receiver. Xavier Worthy to the Bills. Then at 29, I have the Lions trading out to the Jets.
Really?
So the Jets could select Bo Nix to be the future quarterback.
I don't hate that.
And then at 30, Brian Thomas Jr., Jackson Powers Johnson to San Francisco. And then the 32nd pick has already came out to supposedly be Sio Matea. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. From
the kid from BYU?
Yep, I heard that they're very interested in taking at 32 if he's there. So
I mean, that'll make sense. Donovan Smith left, and Jawan Taylor gets like 9 full starts penalties a game.
Right.
Yeah.
What pick in the first round draft pick that's not like the top 3, 4, 5, 10 picks that could be already pretty much locked? What pick outside of there would you be surprised happening? Like a movie you see happening, but it's gonna be very, very bold. That's not in the top 10.
I think Denver and the Raiders are going to try to race to trade up for somebody because I think Caleb's obviously going to go 1. He shouldn't, but he will. Jaden's going to go 2. I think Drake May is going 3. I've heard maybe McCarthy there. I think it'll be May.
Came out that the Patriots love May.
I think it'll be May. I think either the Giants or the Vikings are going to trade up for McCarthy, so that leaves Michael Penix, and that leaves Bo Nix. I think one of those two teams is going to move out. I know Sean Payton's in love with J.J. McCarthy, but he's not going to be able to get him. And then the Raiders really like Michael Penix. I think those two teams are going to race for Michael Penix.
I think you could stay at 12 and get Penix.
Yeah.
I don't think the Raiders are going to try to trade up. I don't think there's a team other than maybe the Jets willing to trade back a couple picks. Because think about it, it's a deep tackle. So if Ashanu and Joe aren't there at 10, I can see the Jets falling back a couple picks. Let one of those teams, like a Raiders, like a Broncos,
maybe you get a second round pick back and you still get a good player. That would be an ideal move for both sides.
I could somewhat see the Steelers right now. I doubt they would. I don't know about it. I can see the Steelers trading up for a pick, trying to fight for Bo Nix because the Steelers need a quarterback.
Even after they brought in Russ and Fields.
I think so because these Steelers.
I honestly don't hate it that much because Russ I don't think has much left, and Fields we're still not sure about, but
yeah,
they need off the lineman as well.
I think there's only one pick in the top 10 that is not really solidified lock, and that's what the Giants do at 6.
I can see the Giants doing that.
I heard that as well.
I think if you're a team like the Giants, I don't think you really need to take a quarterback this year and just pray.
They shouldn't. They're stuck with Jones wide away for another year.
The thing is,
but they have one more year of Jones, and if he pans out, one more year. He did play well with Brian Daboll, and then last year he suffered like 90 injuries, which sucked.
True.
I would give him one more shot with Daboll. If it doesn't work out,
they have to. They're stuck
trade
with
up
that
for
contract.
Quinn Ewers or Shedeur Sanders. Like those are gonna be the top 2 quarterbacks next year. I know it's not. I know it's not gonna be a great quarterback draft. That's why teams like New England, Washington, the Bears, the Vikings want to get the quarterback this year. But for those teams like the Giants, the Broncos, I can already tell the Broncos if they don't go quarterback this year, they're tanking for Quinn Ewers.
Yeah,
it's obvious.
They're gonna be there. They're not gonna be good next year.
This draft that's coming out tomorrow is mainly wide receivers heavy.
Very deep at wide receiver.
Very deep at wide receiver. Very deep at tackle. It's about 5, 6 quarterbers deep.
It drops off a lot.
Yeah. After that, it's pretty much Joe Milton,
who's awful.
You got Jordan Travis, who probably should have stayed one more year, and he would probably been a first-round pick next year.
Yeah.
Coming off a horrible ankle injury.
Yeah.
He's a guy that, you're a team like the Jets who have a quarterback that's aging. A guy who may not hopefully last more than 4 snaps this year.
Yeah.
Teams like that, maybe a team like Miami, who has QB questions there.
To his contract end after the season.
Yeah.
Dallas.
Dallas, who could probably threaten to push Dak to be a better. Chargers, I could see.
Really?
Rams is another team.
Yes. Stafford's not going to play much.
The reason I think the Chargers do it is just in case Herbert doesn't pan out with Harbaugh. If they end up, Herbert doesn't want to be there, they at least have a guy that could potentially be a guy there. And everyone knows if they do trade Justin Herbert, they're getting 8 billion picks.
Yeah.
Another team, the Vikings, if they don't get a quarterback in the first round, could take a shot on him because they're creepily led by Sam Darnold. For the Broncos, I think you could last this year and try to see what you have in Stidham.
At this point,
Sean Payton.
if you're Denver, I just take the year off and just get try to get the first pick next year.
Yeah.
Sean Payton works his magic like he did with Drew Brees and made a. Well, Drew Brees was already good.
I don't think he has the patience for that.
Yeah, you don't know. And Sean Payton has pulled
no
out weirder things out of his butt.
By week 8, he wanted to punch Russell Wilson in the face.
For real.
Mood.
That's a total mood.
But like still, it's like kind of looking at things like that. It's like Sean Payton, if out of any coach in this league, will be the only one that can manage to pull anything out of Zach Wilson. He's done it before.
I don't think he's gonna pull much.
He managed to pull Taysom Hill to look good for 5 games when Drew Brees was hurt, and Taysom Hill ain't a quarterback.
You know what's funny? This will be funny, at least for Jake and Justin, since Zach Wilson is going to the Broncos. Imagine Zach Wilson just going off at the Broncos.
That's when I have a very fiery rant against Joe Douglas, and he needs to be fired on the spot.
Yeah,
I'll be banned from any position in the NFL.
Okay. Jake, I got a question for you.
What, Lane?
Since, you have Aaron Rodgers, he got injured on the first game.
4 plays.
And, so, so who would be your backup quarterback after Rodgers if he does get injured again?
Right now it's Tyrod Taylor.
Okay. Do you have faith in him?
Actually, no. You need Tyrod Taylor to start, then draft a rookie, and then
that's right. Tyrod Taylor.
That's what I'm thinking. If
Allen, Baker,
I could
for like a year. Herbert, yes.
I don't know.
2 guys are like top 5 guys.
Yeah.
Jake.
We should have signed him over.
Baker made for 10 minutes.
So in this draft, what do you want the most?
Either offensive line or if Brock Bowers is there because he's such a good tight end that is a need.
Of course he is.
I want either Bowers or an offensive lineman.
Okay.
All right. If it came down to Fashanu and Fuega, who do you want? I see
Fashanu by a hair. I'd be fine with either, but I would say by a hair, Fashanu.
Would you be opposed to bringing back Becton as a backup?
I am. It's not going to work with him. The guy's awful. He's had too many injuries. He's awful. I don't want him anywhere. Honestly, I don't want him near the tri-state area.
Wait, Ashton, who has that backup?
Like Mekhi Becton as like a backup lineman.
No.
I would do it.
I would not. See you later.
Because he's only a backup, so he only may play 1 game.
I don't want him. I want him playing. Well, I don't want him playing 1 snap.
I can see him playing on snap.
Only person I'm still confused is why he's still on the board is a guy named David Bakhtiari.
Because he plays 4 games a year.
Yeah.
Still, he's better than
He's not a pro when he's healthy. He plays for 4 games.
I know.
But he's still better than half the guys out there.
Yeah, but he plays 5. He plays for 5 minutes a year.
True.
But like I'm a Patriots fan. I would take him in a heartbeat just to kind of solidify the other side. Granted,
I take him as a swing tackle.
We signed the kid from Pittsburgh. I can't think of his name on top of my head.
Okorafor?
Yeah, he was good. The only issue he has is well, everything I've looked, I watched like highlights of him.
He's serviceable.
He's very good. The only issue is, I saw this from every Steelers fan. He's very good. False starts is his issue. He likes to jump off. He tries to pull a Juwan Taylor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's talking about Juwan Taylor or Okorafor.
Yeah.
But what's it called?
I don't know.
I brain farted for a second.
But the Patriots offensive line, Okorafor.
I actually don't even remember what I was saying.
I don't know.
But potentially with that Raiders report, they could go Spencer Rattler in the first round.
That should get Tom Cousins.
So I'm randomly doing another mock draft as we speak. But like I had Penix going 11, Bo Nix going 12, Spencer Rattler going 13, 14. Brock Bowers goes to the Saints. Patriots trade back in the first round to get Romeo and Dunes to pair with Drake May. Right. That would be fun, but that's a dream. That I just did that because I want to do it for fun. But like, I feel like after 3, the draft really starts because 4 could be traded, 5 could be traded, 6 could be traded, 7 could be traded, 8 could be traded, 9 could be traded. I heard 9 might get traded back up to like 4 to go draft Marvin Harrison Jr. to pair with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore.
Really?
I've heard that. I heard they want to do that. 10 could be traded back. 11 could be traded. 12 could be traded. 13. I think between
it's a big mystery.
Pick 4 and 13, we could see like 90 trades.
Actually,
yes.
No. I could see 4 to 15. It would be either around 13 or 15, around that range.
I think the Saints stay. They take a tackle. They take Brock Bowers if he magically falls because you need someone that's going to be there.
Phil.
Oh. But bold prediction for the draft.
Liam?
Well, maybe, of course, we know the first three. I'm just hoping, at least for the Packers, I need a tackle. That's what I need for the tackle.
All right, so you
Because
think they tackle.
we signed Josh Jacobs for running back after we lost Jones to the Vikings. We kept A.J. Dillon. We signed Jones off to the Vikings. So I'm happy I have Josh Jacobs as my second running back. Even though I know I lost my left tackle, I forget to who.
He's not signed right now.
No. He got caught. So I just need a left tackle. Then I should need for now. I'm okay at my wide receivers. I should be fine with my running backs. It just, of course, you're always going to keep seeing me complain about my special teams, but
yeah.
All right, Jake, what's your?
I will say that a star receiver is traded. Whether it's T. Higgins, whether it's Brandon Ayuk, one of these guys gets traded at the draft.
My bold prediction, and it's about my Patriots. The Patriots trade back into the 20, like between 20 and 30, and they draft Brian Thomas Jr. to be the receiver one for New England.
Interesting.
Wow.
All right, that's all we got for NFL. We're gonna send it off to our senior spotlight. So Justin, get your booty out here.
Justin, get you. We are in the fucking studio right now.
Welcome to the senior segment, where we can spotlight us seniors, so we can thank whoever you want. And I want to thank Justin because
I also want to thank
Justin. Yeah, same with
I'm
me
also
too.
thanking Justin. Yeah, I'm also thanking Justin. Yeah.
I think over everyone's favorite is Justin.
Yes.
Especially in this podcast room right now.
Yes.
I know you're Aaron Such's favorite. I know you're Tony N's favorite. I know you're
Jared's
definitely
favorite.
Jared's
100%.
favorite. Miller's favorite. Probably Augie's favorite. Connor's favorite.
Everyone loves.
Mia's favorite.
They gotta make the show. Everyone loves Raymond. I've never seen an episode with.
Everyone loves Justin.
Everyone loves
Yeah.
Justin.
Everyone loves Justin. Great. I mean, I don't think people realize that the four of us actually live together.
Yeah.
We do.
I don't think if you couldn't tell.
Everyone can tell how we act towards each other.
Everyone in the
I
corner,
sadly
I'm
live
sure,
in the
I'm sure
same
can
room as
tell.
him.
Yeah. Life.
I'm getting beat later.
But I realized.
Very true.
But yeah, so the reason why we decided to do this is because the four of us are going to be seniors, going to be graduating. All of us have been in this club for
Except somehow Sacred Heart still stole us three.
Yeah, they dragged us back for another year.
They dragged us back for another year.
Liam escaped it though, so shout out to him.
Yeah.
That's a Liam.
But
I'm
you
still
know,
coming back. I'm still
Goodbye,
coming
my
back.
But
Okay.
three of us, all of us won't be on the e-board anymore.
Nope.
New era.
No, so we have a brand new e-board coming up. We are very
Congrats to everyone
Yes,
behind
shout
there.
them
They're
out,
all
shout them
here.
out. Shout out to Control and shout out to the e-board. Shout them out.
Shout out to the new e-board.
We got
Yeah,
Callie
I'm
as president,
excited.
Nally as vice president, George as director of productions. We got Avalon as secretary, and we got Caitlin and Alexa as our social media directors.
/ fundraising
And
whatever.
slash
Event
every
planning.
other
Anything else.
e-board
Yeah.
things that we need. Hopefully there'll be some great things planned. I hope we're invited. I doubt it. Especially
Oh my
me.
gosh.
I don't think they want me back. Sadly.
Of course. Even though I wouldn't
Not even,
want you
not
back.
even I want you back, and I'm living with you.
I know. Even I don't
Same.
want you back, and you're my direct roommate.
Exactly.
Sir, I'm already kicking you out for good.
Wow, okay. Okay.
But I mean, I just want to look back, especially with you, Jake. I mean, we started, we were in this during the peak pandemic,
Yes.
and look at where it is now.
I know.
mean,
Yes. In all seriousness, when this club started, first of all, it was all on Zoom. There was 6 people. It was myself. It was Justin. It was Will Pesic, who was the
OG.
who was the president.
See his tweets all the time.
And it was Molly Jacob, who was also the president
for
at one
2
point.
years, she's a big part of this club.
Yes, and
Shout out
then
to
we
her.
had Corey Picard, who at the time was the vice president, and
Robbie.
Rob
We had Robbie, who now
Finizio,
works-
who was on the e-board for various roles for a while.
Yeah,
Now he's a
now
GA.
And now it's growing
And now he's a
so
GA.
much. We have this, and we have this whole studio now. It's crazy though how much it's grown over the last 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, we've built up. I mean, we've done studio shows, all these
Oh, yeah.
podcasts now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've just constantly built
Stuff
it,
on
and-
social media.
And, yeah, stuff on social media. I mean, look, I didn't really do much as social media. I was there. My best work is the Chipotle fundraiser.
That was phenomenal.
Where I had a
Oh, yeah.
Photoshop of Randy Moss
Check the
somebody
Instagram
who made
page.
Chipotle burrito.
That's good.
It's like a deep cut. It's like all the way at
It's
the bottom.
phenomenal. You texted me like, if I make my own graphics that file, I was like, I'm sure it is. And then you made it. I was like, wow, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I mean, like, we can't help but thank all the new members for joining.
Yeah.
Of course, for the people for watching, because, and also, I mean, the club is.
Shout out the parents that watch.
Shout out to the parents that watch.
So mine.
Actually, I think my parents watched it a few times.
Same.
So.
Yep. My mom always watches.
I don't know where my.
But then like, I joined last year at the beginning of the semester. I met Molly and Justin, and I think Jake was there for a bit. I talked to them. I joined 2 weeks later. I've been a part of it. Didn't actually get to know these two until the second semester
One of
your
first encounters with me was when I was still on the esports team. I came in to do a lecture with
Yeah,
their class, and you're like, "Hi, Justin." I'm like, "I don't want to be here."
But then me and Liam had a class together.
Yeah.
And he joins second semester, kind of gets more fully into it. And then he's rooming with these two, and then we all came front group, and now we're
Let's also not forget, Jake's podcasting career started from the famous show Jake and Justin.
That's right, it did. But once again, shouts Will Petzik. It was his idea.
It was his idea.
I was a special guest on a couple of those episodes.
You
and
were.
Jake's podcast.
And you come on my podcast as well, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, you were. And then, Liam, you joined this year. You became a sports comm major last semester. Or last year.
It'll be our junior year, spring semester I joined.
Yep. So, I see it. You've had fun. We've all had fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. But, we just want to say this to give a send-off. So, once again, Liam Cannon, Jay Cardinal, Ashton Alcock, and I'm handsome. As Justin Alter. We will see you guys next time.
We're signing off.